I don't know why I've been following this so much. I think it's just because the Madeleine McCann case was just so massive. It was a massive, like, huge. It wasn't a field day. It wasn't even a field month. It was like a field year in the press. Everything was all about Madeleine McCann, and I'll admit it is something that whenever her name gets mentioned, I do think like, what happened? Like, what the fuck actually happened to her? Right, where did she go? What was the circumstances? Was it one guy? Was it multiple guys? Did they take her somewhere? Like, it's this whole like it racks my brain a little bit because it is just a massive mystery, and we have discussed in the past on the channel that there is a known nonce long history of it. Is currently in prison in Germany. For a different sexual assault offence, but he was actually living in the area at the time in a van. And so this guy's became like quite a big suspect where the police think, holy shit, it might actually be him. It might actually be this guy. So this guy, they're not letting him out of jail. And he's like under like full investigation. And apparently new evidence has come forward in relation to this suspect. A former friend of the prime suspect has shared everything he knows about the convicted sex offender. Police investigating the disappearance of Madeleine McCann are said to be excited and electrified by the discovery of new evidence. The prime suspect reportedly had a kit for breaking into people's homes, officers working on the case have said. Christian B is thought to have owned a lock-picking kit that could twist the cogs and open any security door. It is said he is said to have boasted to a friend about his tools, which brings into question the long-held theory that Madeleine's abductor climbed through a window before snatching her from her room in Praia da Luz, Portugal. Police are also looking into another theory about whether Christian B used a chemical found at his workplace where he was employed as a car mechanic to sedate Madeleine in order to move her out of the family apartment without her making any noise. The convicted sex offender has denied any involvement in the abduction. Helgi B, a key witness who is now under police witness protection in Germany, spoke about what Christian B had told him. The witness, who knew Christian B years before Maddie's disappearance, told The Sun on Sunday that he found the kit at the suspect's home in the Algarve. He said, I knew from Christian that he uses tools to break into holiday resorts, hotels, and holiday homes to steal from tourists. There were passports on the table. There was all sorts of stuff lying around, cameras, suitcases, everything that tourists have with them. I also found a lockpick set. So basically, it could have been he's a known nonce, but he obviously like lives in his van and he has to make his money somewhere because he's not working. So he breaks into hotel rooms. Now, as we know from the story, Madeleine was left in the room unattended while her mum and dad were at the bar. So the guys obviously went in to like steal a bunch of stuff. She's came walking out the room because she's heard something. He saw her, and I think it was maybe an opportunity. His intent was originally just to burgle the place, but him being a raging nonce, he saw an unattended little girl, and hey ho. So that's pretty fucking damning. Yeah, that's fucking hell. It could. If all this checks out, it fucking could be him. It could be him. You can use it to pick any lock, including security locks. The pair had been friends in Portugal. Before Helgi B found video footage of Christian B raping an American pensioner and a teenage girl. Oh wow, that's lovely. He said, the victim said, this borders on rape, and he just said, shut up. That's when I knew what kind of guy Bruckner was. Helgi B previously says that he and Christian B discussed the Madeleine McCann case at a music festival in Spain in 2008, where the suspect allegedly told him she didn't scream. Oh, you fucking piece of shit. He said the topic of Madeleine's disappearance came up, and I said, anyway, I don't understand how the little one could have disappeared without a trace. Christian had drunk 2 or 3 beers, and he said she didn't scream. That's... Oh. Okay, I realize I always say all the time, like, oh, well, you can have some time to think about it and Gen Pop, right? But in this case, don't. No Gen Pop. Keep him secured and locked away because I want to know what happened. I want to know the story. Is this the guy? Because if he gets put in Gen Pop and he gets shanked, we'll never know. We'll never find out. We'll never find out what happened. We won't even know where our remains are. We won't know any of that stuff. Okay? So, definitely, I want to know. But see, everything that's came up in that is... Yeah, that's the fact that he broke into hotel rooms and everything that took all of that matches. If what the guy is saying is true, then Jesus Christ, it might be the guy. Maybe, we don't know. We'll still need to wait and see. But I do hope it gets solved. It's obviously an extremely tragic and horrible thing, like every parent's fucking worst nightmare. It's weird how stuff like that makes you go like, oh, that's terrible, but then you become like a dad yourself, and this stuff genuinely scares the absolute fucking shit out of you. Like, genuinely terrifying stuff. But yeah, maybe it is him, maybe it's not, but you know, the stuff in that article was definitely pretty damning. But we'll just need to sit back and wait and see.